Guys, how you guys doing? Welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Tinu and I'm back with another video. If you are new to my channel, I want to welcome you to my channel. My name is Tinu. I do a lot of fragrance content and some beauty and some sprinkle of lifestyle. If that's something that you do like, please consider subscribing. And if you're already a subscriber, thank you guys so much for your continued support. And let's get on with this video. So today's video, I'm going to be talking about some of the fragrances that I am so excited to pull out for the upcoming fall season. This category we're going to talk about is gourmand. You know, gourmands are your foodie type fragrances. They're fragrances that smell latonic, that smell sweet, that smell like food. So I have about, I would say 14 fragrances or 13 that I'm going to talk about today. They all happen to be niche fragrances. I am not Middle Eastern or designer snob. These are the fragrances that I am actually excited to wear right now. I will come up with a Middle Eastern version so that some of my Middle Eastern lovers on my channel can have a little piece of that. But we're going to be talking about the niche side of fragrances because these are, you know, the fragrances that are currently having me in a chokehold right now. So I just can't wait to wear them. I've already started wearing them right now. So enough rambling. Let us get started and we're going to talk about them. In no particular order, the first fragrance I'm going to be talking about is a House of Sillage fragrance. This is called Hufflepuff. This is part of their Harry Potter line. They have about 4 fragrances total. This is the only one that I own right now because it's the gourmand version of all the 4. And you guys know I am a lover of gourmands. I love gourmand fragrances. They happen to be one of my favorite fragrance category ever. So this was up my alley. It is a very citrusy vanilla. It's sweet. It is just delectable. It is beautiful. The only thing is that it's not a great projector. It's just lemony coconut with hints of peach and loads of vanilla. This fragrance for me has gotten even stronger. Oh my God, it's gotten more stronger. It's more stronger and more potent than when I got it the first time. Oh, I can smell all the notes. I can't wait to pull this out and give it a good wear for the fall because I feel like I haven't been wearing it enough because when I got this fragrance, it was the tail end of the winter season. So I decided not to wear it as much, but I can't wait to pull this out. Its longevity, I believe, is about 4 to 5 hours. I'm just giving you what it was before, but I'm pretty sure it's a little stronger because now it's more, you know, in your nose. I can smell all the facets of the fragrance. I can smell the lemon, the coconut, the peach, and those loads of vanilla. I even get the jasmine in here. It's such a beautiful fragrance, but I will not purchase this for the $360 price tag that it is. I got this for the $180 price tag because I waited for a discount. So if you're trying to get this, please wait for a discount. Do not waste your coins to get this full price. House of Sillage has numerous of sales. Like their sales are like every single day. They have some sale going on their fragrances. So do not pay full price for this. You will regret it. You will like come back the next day and see that this is half off and you'll be like, what was I thinking? Again, this is House of Sillage Hufflepuff. The next fragrance is from Narcotica. This is a new fragrance they released, I think about 2 to 3 weeks ago. This is called Love Me Latte. This is your fig, your pear. It is just a creamy latonic fragrance. It has loads of caramel in there. It has loads of vanilla. It is just a very beautiful fragrance. It has some brown sugar that gives it a very sweet vibe. Some coffee as well. I do have a full review of this fragrance. I will link it down below. This fragrance smells like a tiramisu. So if you want to smell like that, this is something that you need to add to your collection. I can't wait to pull this out. I've worn it. I'm still going to be wearing it. I feel like this is going to roll into the winter season as well because it's a very potent, strong fragrance. It is beast mode. Sometimes I feel this fragrance can make me sneeze sometimes because it is really strong. So just spray and try to hold your breath so that you don't sneeze a lot, because I tend to sneeze when I spray this fragrance. I did remember telling you guys that I smelled like a spoiled milk note in here, and that has subsided when I sprayed it this time around. It's a little much better. The opening is much better. It's not that spoiled milk vibe. I think once I started spraying it a lot, I kind of got rid of that smell, and now it's just beautiful from the start to the finish. So I can't wait to wear this. I am going to give it a dent. I need to give it a dent, of course. This is such a banger for the fall season and winter. Again, this is Narcotica's Love Me Latte. Next fragrance I'm going to be talking about is from Initio Perfumes. This is called Narcotic Delight. This was a release for last year, and baby, this is going to be the best fall fragrance in the lineup that I have. It is just a different take on cherry. It has a little bit of cherry at the top. There is something spicy in here that I love. I feel like there is either a pink pepper or a black pepper in here. It just smells so fall-ex with the cognac. There is something boozy with this, and there is that cognac that gives it that booziness. It is just beautiful. Something smoky. I feel like there might be a tobacco in here or something there, because I have not checked the notes again, but I think I remember there is a tobacco in here. It smells like there's tobacco, and I think there's a vanilla. That's about it. That's what I really get with this, but this is just what fall represents. It's just a beautiful cherry, a smoky tobacco cherry with vanilla. It is just beautiful, and there is some kind of flowery note, but I don't really know what it is. I don't know if it's a rose, but there is something floral about this at the same time. So it's a gourmand, but it's a floral, woody gourmand in my opinion. I love this one. This one I only wore a few times last year, and I feel like I need to get some more wear out of this because I just can't let this bottle sit. It's just a delicious, appeasing fragrance, and I got loads of compliments on this one last year. So this is one of the fragrances that I can't wait to pull out. This is probably gonna be on my October tray. This is definitely a banger. I love it so much. It is very long wearing. It's a very subtle long wearing fragrance. I think for me, I think lasts about 9 hours on skin. So that's a really great longevity for me, and the projection is moderate, the sillage is moderate. Beware, if you want to pull the trigger, just beware, it might be too strong, but if you just wear it mildly, you'll get like a moderate projection. I love this, and I can't wait to pull this out for fall. Again, this is Initio Perfumes Narcotic Delight. Another fragrance I can't wait to pull out for the fall is Lorenzo Pizzalia. This is called Sweet Explosion. Now this fragrance is not your typical fall fragrance. It does have the gourmand notes of lime and coconut, but then you have facets of coffee in there. You have some ylang ylang, you have divana, you have all those, you know, patchouli, and you know, those fall notes that you see like benzoin. It is really a very unique fragrance. Oh, it is so unique. Lorenzo Pizzalia makes some of my favorite gourmand fragrances. I feel like he is just very unique and knows the notes that mix together. And when you hear the notes, you're like, can all this smell good? And when you smell the fragrance, you're like blown away. It just makes you feel like you're in a sea of fruits with creaminess from the latonic vibes. And then there's something nutty in here. I'm pretty sure there might be a pistachio or a almond note in here, but there's something nutty in here. So this is really a fragrance that when you hear the notes, you're thinking summer and spring, but it's more like a summer / fall fragrance in my opinion, because when you smell it, it does not smell like it's supposed to be for summer. It smells like it's a fall fragrance. It's just a breath of fresh air. It has some citrus notes of grapefruit in there as well, and the lime, like I mentioned. And then there is vanilla. Vanilla always completes every fragrance, and I feel like maybe 95% of my fragrances have vanilla. So I love this fragrance. It is a great fragrance. The only thing I wish is that I wish it would come in a 100 ml bottle, not a 50 ml, and all his fragrances happen to come in a 50 ml bottle, unfortunately, but his fragrances are bangers in my opinion. And if you haven't tried Lorenzo Pizzalia, I don't know where you've been. I don't know if you're under a rock, but you need to check him out. Fragrances that he makes are amazing. So I will link this down below where you can get it. And yeah, I love it so much. Again, this is Lorenzo Pizzalia's Sweet Explosion. Next fragrance is from Virtus. This is called Vanilla Oud. Now this fragrance is very, very different. It's a play on rhubarb and oud. It is very spicy. It has loads of saffron in here that I can tell, and the caramel note in here is in there. It's in there, and it's very, very, very strong. I love this fragrance because it just gives you a unisex vibe. Like, I feel like a man can pull this off and a woman can pull this off. So most of the fragrances that I'm going to talk about are more feminine leaning, but this one I feel like both men and women can wear it and no one will think it's feminine on a man. I think it will smell good on a man. I think it will smell good on a woman. It is just a beautiful, silky, little oudy. The oud in here is really, really barnyard oud. It's not a smooth oud, so if you don't like barnyard type of oud, you might not like this, but it's a little aromatic, and then you get some touch of citrus vibes, and I think there's a bergamot note in here or some kind of grapefruit. I feel like there's something citrusy in here as well. So this fragrance is very, very deep. It's very dark, very sexy. Like if you're looking for something for a date night, this will be the best because it's going to be present. You're going to feel it. You're going to smell it. The sillage is there. It's just projecting everywhere. Like I would rate the projection, I would say 10 out of 10. The sillage, I would say 9 out of 10. And the scent overall, I would give it an 8 out of 10 because it's a little bit too much oud, but I love it notwithstanding. And there's patchouli. So the patchouli and the oud are in there, but the patchouli actually is more in the background. You don't smell too much of it, which I'm so happy about because patchouli can become crazy when it's too much and some people really hate it. I'm one of those. It depends on the fragrance. If I feel like there is more gourmand notes versus the patchouli, I will get the fragrance, but if it's more patchouli and less gourmand, I will not get it because I know the patchouli is going to overwhelm the fragrance. This one is just a sweet, honeyed oud with some rose, with rhubarb, and loads of saffron. I love this one. I feel like it's a perfect fragrance for fall. I feel like this is a fragrance that will roll from fall into winter because of how strong it is. So I can't wait to pull this out and wear it and let you guys know a little bit more about it because it's a little bit new to my collection. It's brand new, like literally. So I want to give it some love this month, so hopefully I'll pull this out and give it some wear. Again, this is Virtus Vanilla Oud. Now, if you're a fan of ginger, you are going to love this fragrance. This is ginger bomb in a bottle. The only thing I'm just noticing, the cap is not staying in one place, it keeps turning. This is called Ruby Red, and this is from the House of Oud. This is just ginger, tuberose, vanilla, musk. It is very spicy, of course, because of that ginger. Oh God, this is gorgeous. There is something sweet in here. Part of the ginger in here is a little candied. So there's a little bit of sugar in here as well. Gives it a nice sweet touch to it. But it's a very nice, warm, spicy, sweet vanilla fragrance. It's something that I feel like people that love something fresh for fall and they like spicy at the same time will like this fragrance. I think someone that likes fresh notes, like something clean and fresh, will like this fragrance. I like it. I feel like it is something that can be an everyday wear. I feel like it's something that also can be a nighttime wear, but more daytime than nighttime in my opinion. It's a little spicy bomb fragrance, and I feel like this would be good for layering. I feel like if you want to give more spiciness to a fragrance, it'll be great to layer with another fragrance that's less spicy. Again, this is the House of Oud's Ruby Red. Speaking about the House of Oud, this next fragrance is a beautiful caramel popcorn, sweet, delectable platonic fragrance. This is What About Pop. This is one of my favorites from the House of Oud. This is a very woody, very vanilla, sweet. It has a note of popcorn. It's so unique. I like that in a fragrance. I have another fragrance I'm going to talk about that's similar. This one has its own vibe and it stands on its own as well. It has a little bit of creaminess with that whipped cream. It has some woodiness. There is a wood note called ebony in here. Notwithstanding, this is gourmand to the core. You would hear ebony, you would hear ambergris and think that this is going to be animalic, but no, this is gourmand. It's a foodie fragrance to the core. And sometimes I catch myself wanting to like eat this because it smells so good. It smells like a caramel popcorn at the movies. Then have you guys tried Garrett's popcorn? This is what this smells like. It smells legitly like that. And that's why I adore it so much. It is very light and airy and fluffy at the same time. It is perfect for fall. It's absolutely stunning. And I feel like not a lot of people talk about it. Some people that are OG the House of Oud fans know about this fragrance and rave about it. Others that don't know about it, they don't know about this fragrance. So if you are someone that likes the smell of popcorn, or you've wanted something similar to Misty or Cherry that has that popcorn note, get your hands on this. You will not be disappointed. You absolutely fall in love with this fragrance and you'll be sniffing yourself all day long. This fragrance for me lasts quite a bit. I know some people say that they have longevity issues, but when it comes to this fragrance, I have no problems. It lasts for at least 8 to 9 hours. And to me, that's a long-lasting fragrance. Okay, everyone wants beast mode. They want their fragrances to be like 12 hours, 14 hours plus, but you know, for me, I like to change my fragrances anyway because I have a big collection, so I like to go and wear something different. So for me, 8 hours is enough for me. I love this fragrance. The projection is moderate, the sillage is moderate, and longevity is really, really great. Again, this is the House of Oud's What About Pop. Because I talked about popcorn, this next fragrance is similar in the fact that it also has a popcorn note. This is Vivamore Perfumes Caramel Pop. Now this fragrance has popcorn, like I said. It has slight freshness because it has probably a bergamot note to it, but this one is different from What About Pop. I will let you know that. It is more caramel. It's like they put a smidgen of popcorn and dumped loads of caramel on top of it. That's how it feels like. It has a woodiness that the What About Pop does not have as much of. This one is a little bit more woody because it has that chestnut in there and the cedar and loads of vanilla. Oh my God. Now this one is more sweeter. That's why I said it's different from What About Pop. It's more sweeter. It's syrupy almost, like very, very yummy. It's like a sticky caramel popcorn that you can, like, when you press your hands, you can feel the stickiness. It's like that. This is sweet, but not as sweet as this. This one is just like they put loads of sugar in here and loads of vanilla at the same time. In terms of projection and sillage, this is beast mode. Like seriously, you would literally fill the room with a smell of popcorn. I remember wearing this to work one day and somebody was asking if somebody was eating a popcorn, caramel popcorn or something like that. And nobody was eating that. So I had to like come out and say that was my perfume. And they were like, what perfume do you have on that smells like a caramel popcorn? It was wafting throughout the hallway. And they could not wrap their minds at the fact that there was a perfume that smells like caramel popcorn. Immediately, she wanted to know what the perfume was and she ordered the perfume because she said it smelled really delectable. Just smelling the perfume made her hungry and she wanted to have it at all costs. And this one is a very great price point. Let me tell you, for the scent you're getting, you're only gonna pay $125. Can you believe that? It is unreal. And there are coupon codes floating around the YouTube. I purchased this for 80 something bucks because there was a coupon code at that point and I got a great discount for it. So it's really, really affordable for a niche fragrance. I really absolutely adore this. This one is just that caramel popcorn that I've been wanting. So this one is for people that enjoy What About Pop and they want an elevated version of it. I love this and I can't wait to pull this out for fall. Again, this is Vivamore Perfumes Caramel Pop. It seems like I'm leaning into the Navitus world. I just want to kind of, you know, touch base on this fragrance because this fragrance is absolutely divine. When you're talking about gourmand, let's talk about Baklava Royale. Now, this is from Navitus. It's a sister brand to Vivamore, but this one is a little bit higher in terms of price point. Nonetheless, the quality is there. This one is baklava in a bottle. If you have never tried a baklava dessert, baby, try it. It's very sweet. It's very delicious. I have tried it before. It's a delicious dessert. I believe the dessert is either from Greece. I'm not 100% sure. Don't quote me on that. I believe it's some European country. I remember one day I went to my daughter's cultural event where everybody brought foods from their culture and somebody had this baklava dessert and I wanted to try it so much, and at the same time they were releasing this fragrance. I wanted to try the dessert because I wanted to see if the dessert would make me get the fragrance, and lo and behold, I wanted the fragrance. Now this is a pistachio, almondy, honey bomb, delicious vanilla fragrance. The amberwood here is so beautiful. It gives this fragrance a different smell. Like my sister wants a decant of this, so I'm gonna give her a decant and she's probably gonna ask me for a bottle. This fragrance is just beautiful. Beautiful gourmand fragrance for the fall and winter. It is bespoke though. If you do not want this fragrance to stick on your skin and you don't want the boys to chase you and eat your skin in the process, then don't get it. Like, just skip it and say, no, I'm not getting this. I'm telling you, your man is gonna want to lick your skin. He'll lick you like a dessert. He'll think you're the baklava dessert in here. I can't wait to pull this out for fall. It's so strong that I can't wear it in spring or summer, but fall and winter, this is here for the spring, okay? Again, this is Baklava Royale from Navitus Perfumes. Next fragrance I'm going to be talking about is from Mancera. This is Amore Cafe. This is your ice cream, your coffee, your amaretto, brown sugar, some vanilla. Ugh. This one, beautiful. Beautiful. The coffee in here is realistic in my opinion. You know how they always say Mancera perfumes tend to be synthetic and smell like they're not real? This was a release that I really loved because I feel like the notes were realistic and you can smell all the notes in here. Like, you can smell the ice cream, you can smell the amaretto. The amaretto sometimes gives it an almondy vibe. Oh God, this one is just one of the best I have ever tried. Initially, when I got this seemed to be a little bit moderate in projection and sillage, but let me tell you, now that it's sat for a bit, because you know, it's more like a fall winter vibe, I feel like this could be even worn in the spring, but it sat a bit and it grew. The fragrance deepened, it became strong, it became more like what I want my fall fragrance to be like, in projection and sillage and all that facet. I love this. This is just something that I would wear in the morning. You know, it kind of will wake me up because of that coffee note. It smells like a roasted coffee, like Arabica coffee. That's what it smells like. It smells like a very, very expensive coffee in here. And then you get that almondy, nutty vibe from it. This is just beautiful. I enjoy it and I can't wait to pull this out for fall and wear it. You know, I have a little bit of a dent. This is a 4.2 ounce bottle. It's so hard to get a dent. I will show you my other Navitus perfume that's the same size as this, and it's so hard to get a dent on those bottles because there's so much fragrance in here, and when you have a 500 plus collection, you literally cannot dent everything like you dent some other fragrances. You're gonna have an overlap of maybe some that are here and some that are right here. You know, you can't really possibly wear everything. I am going to be doing a declutter very soon. Stay tuned for that. Very, very soon I will come out with that video. I'm just trying to figure out what I don't want at this point, and then I will do the declutter and I'll put some of these fragrances on Macari. So if you guys are interested on taking this fragrance off my hand, I will definitely do that kind of video very soon. I love this fragrance and I can't wait to wear it. This is Amore Cafe from Mancera. Now the next fragrance is Nightcap from Arabella. Now this is a Bella Hadid brand. They recently came out with 4 fragrances and I got my hands on this one because I went to Ulta and I smelled all 4 of them. The one that I loved the most was this, and the reason I loved it because it's a warm, spicy, balsamic, aromatic fragrance. If you are not a fan of spicy vanillas, you're not gonna like this fragrance. It's very woody at the same time. It kind of feels like it could be a unisex fragrance, but let me tell you, I feel like a woman will pull this off really, really well. It is a clean fragrance because it doesn't have any alcohol. This fragrance you have to shake before you wear. You cannot just spray it off because you can see the oils. Now I've actually shaked it, but when I showed you guys the fragrance, you can see it was a little clear because there was a little demarcation from the oils and the water. But when you shake it up, then you can spray it on the body. This will be a fragrance that I will say do not spray on clothes because I feel like it will stain your clothes. I haven't tried it yet, but I will be careful not to do that because I don't want it to stain my clothes, because I feel like the oils will get on your clothes and they will stay in there. This is just a spicy, warm vanilla, and I feel like if you are looking for something for bedtime, or you know, something that makes you feel cozy, that you know feels like a warm hug, this fragrance will do that justice for you. I love it for that. I feel like this is an everyday grab and go vanilla. It is not super long lasting. It's moderate in projection and sillage, and I feel like because it's water based, and that's why. Because I noticed that all the clean brands I own, like Fleur and Seven Virtues, they all do not last long because they don't have alcohol in there. I believe they don't have alcohol in there, and they're mostly, you know, water based, and they don't last as long. I am not 100% sure that the Seven Virtues does not have alcohol because it doesn't have, you don't have to mix it up. I feel like it's alcohol based, but it's still a clean fragrance notwithstanding. But I feel like the oils they use in here are not as strong as the brands that are non-clean. But this one is a beautiful fragrance. If you haven't tried the Arabella line, go to Ulta and try it out, and you know, you're gonna like something out of it. There was another one that I actually liked, and I smelled it and it reminded me so much of Alien by Mugler, and that's why I didn't get it, because I was like, I didn't want a fragrance that smelled similar to something I already had. So I wanted this because this was so unique. I mean, it's the unique out of the 4, and it's just a beautiful, beautiful vanilla. So if you like warm, spicy vanillas, try this out. Again, this is Nightcap by Arabella. Next fragrance is the king of the vanillas. This is from Liquides Imaginaire. This is Blanche Bette. Now this one is a very latonic, very powdery, very musky, sweet, vanillic fragrance. Like if you're looking for something that is powdery, I thought Milk by Commodity was my favorite, but this happens to be my favorite over Milk by Commodity. This is a very incensey, at the same time, milk and Brett kind of fragrance. Oh my god, the milk note in here is not a spoiled milk. It's not sour. It's just very realistic for me. This fragrance has deepened over time. The vanilla has gotten darker. When I got this fragrance, it was much a clearer fragrance. Now it's more like a honey yellow, and it got darker over time. I think the fragrance even got more stronger with the darkness of it. I have worn this quite a bit. This is a big fragrance. I think this is also a 3.3 fluid ounce. I do have a dent. That tells you that I love this fragrance, because I have so much fragrances that for me to have a dent tells you a lot about the fragrance, and I love it so much. It's great in projection and longevity. Like, this will fill a room. It's a room filler. Like, you go to a room, people will literally smell you and they'll be wondering who is smelling so beautiful. Every time I wear this fragrance, I get a compliment or two. Someone has to tell me, you smell good. You smell delicious. Even patients have told me I smelled good. There are times that I can't even smell my fragrance because I'm so busy working, and they smell me throughout the whole day. Throughout the whole 12 hours I'm working, they can smell the fragrance on me. Love this, and I can't wait to give this more wear. This is Blanche Bête by Liquides Imaginaire. Now, if you're looking for a sweet, fruity, coconutty fragrance for the fall, try Perfumo de Fragrances Butalente. Now, this one is just a beautiful fragrance. It has the note of banana in there. It has some apricot, some peach. It has coconut. The toffee in here is divine. It kind of gives it a caramel vibe to it. It's not a great projector. It's not like beast mode or anything, but it's good enough where you can smell it for a good 5 to 6 hours. It is very beautiful. I feel like this is another niche fragrance that's affordable. I think it's about the $120 price tag. It's pretty much less priced than an actual designer perfume, and it's a full bottle. I think this is a 3.4 fluid ounce. Very great fragrance. It's made in Italy. You can even tell by the name that it's made in Italy. It has some caramel in here as well, and it has that cookie note. Oh my God. Now, this is the epitome of gourmand. If you're looking for a gourmand fragrance and you are looking for realistic gourmand, Butalente is amazing. And I believe that this has gotten stronger. Like, I'm smelling it, like literally it has gotten even more stronger than I remember. Because when I got this, it was a little light to be desired, but baby, it smells really good now. It smells so strong, and I can't wait to wear this. Now I'm so excited. I want to wear this actually right now because it smells so good. Ooh, it smells like cookie, like something baked. It smells like something baked with a bunch of fruits. It smells like a cookie, and then you add some banana, you add your apricot, your peach, and then your, red fruits like your blackberry and your raspberry. That's what it smells like. It's such a beautiful fragrance. It's something that is inexpensive. Joma Shop actually has this. I got this from Joma Shop, and I think I pretty much paid $80 for it. It wasn't really priced at all, but I don't think they carried it anymore. But if you got this on Lucky Scent, it's really a great deal. $120. I don't think it's really bad. I think I mentioned the longevity already, but the projection, when I wore it that time, it was more of a moderate, and the sillage is more moderate as well. But notwithstanding, it's a great, great fall fragrance to pull out because it's gourmand, it's beautiful, it's fruity, it's delicious. Again, this is Perfumo de Fragrances Butalente. Now, I saved the best two for the last. This is also from Navitus Perfumes. This is Casanat. Now, this is a smoky vanilla. If you're not into that smoky type of vanilla, you're not gonna like this. It's a little sweet because it has ice cream note to it and some toffee and brown sugar. Casanat is one of my favorite vanillas. It's just the right vanilla if you're looking for something smoky. I love it. It's just beautiful. It has amberwood in here. I don't have anything that smells like this in my collection. I don't, for real. I have so many vanilla fragrances. It's really, really crazy. It has amber in there. Amber is one of the favorite fall scents that I like. I like amber in my fragrance. During the fall, I love it for every season, but fall and winter is the best to have amber in a fragrance. This is just divine deliciousness. If you are into something slightly tobacco-y, because I think there is something tobacco-y in here, but there's not a tobacco note, something smoky and sweet with vanilla, you're gonna like this. This is just beautiful, and I feel like it's gotten more stronger over time as well. I feel like when you let a vanilla sit, it becomes more developed. I don't know why, because every single fragrance I've mentioned so far has a vanilla note in there, and as time went, the fragrance got even more stronger, because for what I noticed, the vanilla in here has darkened, and I think that's the case with all these fragrances that I've talked about. The vanilla has gotten darker, so the fragrance has gotten more stronger in the process. And that's the case with this fragrance as well. I love it. This is a fragrance from a fellow perfume reviewer, Sharita M. She is amazing. She knew how to put these notes together and she developed a great fragrance. So support the girl. Go get your own. This fragrance is freaking huge. I'm telling you, I think it's 120 mLs. This is a fragrance that's probably going to last forever and ever. Point of correction, it's the same size as the Mancera. It's 4.2 fluid ounces. So it's a fragrance that is hard to get a dent in. I mean, I have a mini micro dent. I didn't wear it as much because of, you know, the time that I got it and basically the fact that I had too much fragrances to try on anyway. And that's the case with the next fragrance that I'm going to talk about, that's from another YouTuber as well. I have pretty much talked about a lot of fragrance right now. This is the last one. This is Ambrosia Imperial. This is a collaboration with Aisha from AI the Great. Sorry, I had to think about it. This is a very beautiful banana cream pie vanilla fragrance. If you are not into banana, do not get this fragrance, okay? If you love banana, get this fragrance. I have pretty much about 4 fragrances that have banana in there because I'm in love with banana note. And when she came out with this fragrance, it was pretty much add to cart. Like, I did not think about it and I was like, you know, add to cart. You know, this is a great fragrance. It's very unique. I feel this is a year-round fragrance. I don't think it's only for spring, summer. I feel like winter, fall is the best time to rock it as well. And I feel like it will boom on those months. It has some booziness because it has some rum in there. It has dates. Dates is a note that really gets me. It's very sweet and syrupy at the same time. It's a little green. I believe that there's a Divana note in here. It's vanilla, saffron, everything goodness. I want to get my hands on Amorous Intense. I really like that. I'm waiting for a discount, but I love this one. This one is just a beautiful, sweet banana cream pie kind of fragrance. If you don't like that, then you're not gonna like this fragrance. And then there's a cinnamon in here. That's where the fall vibe comes from. The cinnamon in here is pristine. It's beautiful. It's spicy. It gives this fragrance a little bit of a kickback. I love this fragrance and I love that it's a little subtle. It's just that good. And the hype is real. I know everybody say, oh, influencers like to hype their product. No, this is another influencer that's hyping another influencer's product that was purchased with my own coins. Both of them were purchased with my own coins. I was not sent any PR from none of these fragrances that I mentioned. I brought them with my own coins. I do not have PR with Navitus or Vivamore. I just like the fragrances. When I see the notes, even though I haven't tried it, I'm a blind buy queen, so I purchased regardless. And I happen to love so many of the fragrances that I've purchased so far, and this happens to be one of them. This is a beautiful, I just can't get enough of it. Like, I feel like I want to spray right now, and I've already sprayed enough fragrances. But I have Boutalente on, so they will probably mesh together because that has a banana note in there, so they probably will intertwine. I love it, and I can't wait to pull this out for fall. This is Navitus Perfumes Ambrosia Imperial. Oh my God, I am dry as hell when it comes to my mouth. I've talked so much about loads of fragrances. I think I've talked about 15 fragrances. That is a milestone. That's a lot. If you guys like any of these fragrances, please let me know down in the comment section down below. Let me know what is your favorite here, what you own already, and what you're willing to try. I will link all the fragrances down below. And thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you stayed to the end of the video, please leave me a purple heart emoji. That lets me know that you're a ride or die fan of Tinu and you watched this video to the end. Also, don't forget to leave your fragrance of the day because I really want to know what you're smelling. What fall fragrances are you wearing right now? And what are you willing to buy? Let me know down below. And let me know what are some of your favorite fall scents. Even if they're not from here, if there's some that you know that I might like, please comment down below. And also don't forget to give this video a thumbs up because it helps support my channel. And if you're new to this channel and you're new to the perfume world and you love perfumes and you love my content, what are you waiting for? The subscribe button is waiting down below. It's red and it's waiting for you to click it. Please support your girl, support the channel, join the fam. Also, You know, leave me a comment, let us conversate. I love to comment and respond to you guys. And this is a community of fragrance, so we'd like to talk. Even if you don't comment on my comment, comment on somebody else's comment. If they're asking a question and you have an answer for it, you know, feel free to leave them a comment. Thank you guys so much again for your love and support. I love you guys, and I will see you yet in another video. Bye.